get to start off tonight with the Giants are one team above 500 in the A-hole standings at 32 and 30.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say one game? I'm sorry, 2 games above five. The one
No, I
team
think you said it
above
right.
500.
One
Yeah.
of our teams. Yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think you've got Giants are kind of pulling away in the A-hole standings. You've got a 5.5 game lead over both the Cubs and the Sox, and a 6 game lead over the Tigers.
The Sox thundering up from 4th place, though. So
that's right.
Watch
Yeah,
out.
I think I have you percentage points. You are ahead of the Cubs, even though you're both tied for second in the A-hole standings. So
maybe could be the only standings that are worth anything this year.
I post those on in our Instagram story on Major League A-holes, and that I update that every day. So there's actually quite a few people that check that out every day. So people want to know how the A-hole standings are going.
Of course they do. Who doesn't? I look every day. I'm like, what's going on? But there's been some stuff going on with the Giants. I think the best thing to lead in with is we had a question a few weeks ago when we were on about did we miss the splash hit, the 100th splash hit? And
I was confused about it.
We thought we did because some guy I can't remember the name of from the Pirates hit 2 home runs into McCovey Cove, and we were like, well, they must have blown past the 100th splash, and we missed it. But it's kind of interesting. There's a unique math by the Giants, and the math is only the Giants' home runs into McCovey Cove count towards the splash hit.
Splash hit. Wow. That was news to me. I think it was just a couple days after we got confused on this last podcast that splash hit number 100 actually happened.
Yes, LaMonte Wade Jr. gets credited with the 100th splash hit, which Smitty
that's late night LaMonte Wade Jr. He's got the coolest. I think that's one of the coolest nicknames. Late night. It's almost as good as who was that? 3 a.m. for the Cubs. Oh my God, I already forgot. I think he was on
Rob
the Giants.
Thomas.
No, definitely not. But anyway.
So we were shaking our heads, and Smitty sent me a tweet. It was just like, I'm a little confused here. Like, what happened? And I'm like, oh, so am I. So I did do, some hardcore deep throat, as we like to.
Hardball deep throat, the investigative journalism.
Oh, it's not hardcore deep throat. That's something else.
I don't know what you do in your own time, but that has nothing to do with the podcast. So
hardball deep throat, and I found out it only counts when the Giants. So anyone else who gets a home run into McCovey Cove, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, strike it from the record.
It did not occur.
So congrats to late night LaMonte Wade Jr. for splash hit number 100. By the way, did you see the kayaker that caught the ball?
I did not.
In McCovey Cove. There's all sorts of footage of him. He looks like the man who has completed his life's work when he finally catches that ball. He's not even celebrating like crazy, probably because you can't in a kayak. You might capsize, I guess. But he's like hugging the ball, like lean back, eyes closed, in the most satisfied look. Like this was what his culminating moment of his life is, getting splash hit number 100. So,
but what? Yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about it, though, that ball's worth shit.
I don't think it's about what the value, the street market value of the ball is. I think it's to like how much work, who knows how many hours he spent in a kayak in McCovey Cove trying to catch even one ball. Who knows? Maybe he's caught several and just always wanted to have number 100. Didn't look like he had a ton of competition out there. The way you've seen certainly during the Barry Bonds years, where it was just boat to boat, bumper to bumper, whatever you call it, stern to starboard. But yeah, I could believe it. Just looked like the most satisfied man on the planet at that moment. Splash hit number 100 in his possession.
Interesting.
Maybe not.
100 for the Giants.
Yes.
Hey, that leads me to a question. Switching gears for a second.
Yes, please.
A curveball here. Does anyone stand outside of, like you said, Barry Bonds era? That cove was filled with boats. remember how like during the home run chase and even years later outside of Wrigley, people used to line up in the street
Ball
to
hawks,
catch?
yeah.
Yeah. Do they do that anymore?
Oh yeah,
Does it?
they're all still out there.
Huh.
I
Okay.
was actually in Chicago a couple weeks ago, and the guys I walked down Waveland, and there's that. Damn it, I'm terrible at street names. There's the one street next to the not next to the
Firehouse.
firehouse, the other side,
Yeah.
not the street you used to live on, but the other
Yeah.
way. That's
Right.
where the ball hawks always hang out there because
Yeah.
you can actually hit the ball down there. And they're a couple of old guys still standing out there with their
Well, that's
gloves for
cool.
sure.
That's cool. I'm glad that tradition's still going on.
Got nothing else to do in the neighborhood other than
Yeah.
have the ball game going.
Probably
Hopefully,
everyone's
watch a couple wins.
Yeah, everyone's independently wealthy over there or something. Never understood that. Um,
85% of the planet's working. The other 15's out here.
yeah.
Word Hole Media.